Hello, it's Harriet from Portastic Gundog Adventures, and I'm back with Wednesday Lives. Woohoo! That was a bit exciting. Right, so I hope you are fine and had a very lovely Christmas. Because last time I did a live, there was a Christmas tree over there, and obviously they took it down because it's been and gone. So yeah, so I hope you've had a good Christmas and Happy New Year if I haven't already said it. So if you're feeling a bit like me, you're feeling a bit of January blues maybe. I was looking it up yesterday and it's definitely a thing. So when like Christmas is gone and you're kind of like back to reality, it's a bit like, oh God. So yeah, everyone seems a little bit like, I mean, I felt it this week, to be fair. Because you're all excited about New Year, and then when it gets back to reality, you're like, this sucks. So, if you had all these plans that you wanted to do, and you wanted to get back to your dog's training, and it's not going quite well, don't panic. It's quite normal, and I find things tend to happen in January. So like annoying things tend to happen. Some people are in debt because of Christmas. There's a lot of things tend to go on. So don't stress. Don't panic. That's the first thing to do. Don't panic, man. Yeah, don't panic. And if you're finding that, maybe the reason why, so the first thing you need to do is figure out, why is things not going well with my dog? What am I doing wrong? My hair is driving me around the bloody bend. I'm trying to grow it and it's doing my head in. I feel like fucking shaving it, but obviously I won't. It's annoying. So if you're finding that, maybe there's miscommunication, because you think about it, right? Us as humans, when we have a relationship, when sometimes that breaks down, all that really is just miscommunication, and a simple convo can just make things better again. It's very similar with your dog. And that's a different species. So, we can't even get the normal human relationship right, let alone a different species. So with a lot of what I teach with my dogs, it is very much, I try not to say anything, because obviously they don't speak English, there's a lot of what happens is a relationship breakdown. Because maybe you're asking too much, maybe you're not explaining what you want the dog to do. So when I train, I show them what I want to do. So if I'm doing the heel position, I will direct them in the heel position I want, left or right, wherever, needs to be. So it's very much like, I don't say anything either. The command always comes when they've got the position. So that's how they pair what they're doing with the command. So it's always, I will get them in the heel position and then I will say heel or whatever, side, close, whatever your chosen command is. Also, maybe the training's just too hard. Maybe the training is just too hard, it's too difficult, maybe it's too boring and you need fun. So with my youngest, Rose, so she's got an attention span of a gnat. She's, me and her are very similar in that perspective. We can't just focus on one particular thing. So what I tend to do, I have a 5-minute sort of train session. So we're working on stay at the moment. So that's what we were kind of doing around Christmas. And it's really, really hard for a teenage spaniel to actually just kind of sit in one position without moving. It's so hard. I mean, I can't do it. I'm always fiddling with my pen or my bottle or whatever. I never sit. I'm always dancing or doing some ridiculous thing. So it's really, really hard for a spaniel to sit there. So it's the idea is you stay, stay in that position until I tell you to move otherwise. So we've been doing that, and we've been doing it over and over and over again, and she is doing absolutely amazing. But I'm setting her up for success all the time, so I'm getting her in position, and then she's got it, so we move away slightly, and then we go back and reward her for doing that. And now we're getting to the stage where we need to test it in other environments, because once you've got it in one area, you need to go and test it in other environments. I might bring her tomorrow, not tomorrow, next week. I might bring her for, and we can do a live. I'll see how she is, and then I'll kind of demonstrate what I mean. But yeah, I make sure that it's a small distance. So again, I'm not making it too hard for her. So sometimes I get a ball and bounce it as well. So that adds to the distraction as well. So if I feel like she's on a day where she's just not feeling it, then we just won't do it. So we do that for like 5 minutes or so, a couple of minutes, and then we have a play session. So we'll get the ball, we'll have a play. She's got to make it fun. You know, training doesn't need to be boring, it needs to be fun. And that is what I intend to do this year, is to bring the fun back to gundog training. So as well, I think as well, because we want to get to a particular thing, we want to train a particular thing, we want to get the goals that we want, we do set the bar too hard, we do set the criteria too hard. So if it's not working and you find that it's too hard, lower the criteria. So what I mean by that is, like, say you're out on a walk and you're like, I want a calm walk today. That's too vague, isn't it? Whereas if you say, right, today I want more focus. So every time the dog's looking at you, you reward them. And yeah, so you see how it's slightly different. You know, one's quite vague, one is a little bit more specific. If we're more specific with our training, with anything, then we will get better results and we will get more from the dog. Right, so yeah, so if things are going wrong, again, try not to panic. Try and have a look at what you're communicating to the dog. Always remember they respond to hand signals better than just talking and overdoing the commands as well, you know. And if a command is not working, then try and change it or try it a different way. So miscommunication, that is where relationship breakdown. If what you're teaching is too hard, and also if you've set hard goals or you haven't got the criteria right. So anyway, I hope that kind of helps. But yeah, don't stress. You've got the whole year. You've got the whole year to kind of change things, you know. And you know, things can change very, very quickly. I am doing a new guide where it's like 10 tips. So when you hit my website, there's like a sign-up page, and there's like 10 tips to make 2024 successful. So I am like doing like videos for that, so you get like one video per day in your inbox. So I'm just finishing those videos off now, and that's kind of what I was doing today. But yeah, almost finished. I would have liked to have got it finished last week, but you know, things kind of got in the way. And probably messing around, trying to teach yourself the men in black dance routine is probably not the best idea. Anyway, so there's a couple of things I wanted to say. So as you may be aware, so I'm doing the gundog workshop on the 20th of January. There is one place left. So if you want to book yourself on that, one place left. I've had loads of interest. I'll probably do one again in the end of February. So if you haven't got your place, then get on my email list and then you will get the exclusive link. Also, we've got a couple of places for Monday's evening classes. So if you want to sign up for that, then go ahead. Especially if you are looking to do something in the new year. So yeah, so I am actually thinking of doing something different in the new year. May do it, but I don't want to say on here because I know people will go, have you not done it yet? Have you not done it yet? No, I'm not too sure if I'm committed yet. We'll see. More on that next week. My lips are sealed until then. Right, so if you want any help at all, or you've got any questions for anything I've just mentioned, then do get in touch. And I will see you probably next week. If you've got any topics that you'd like me to cover, that would be great. Because yeah, the more interactive it is, the better for me, really. Okay, right, so I will probably see you next week for another live. Bye.